Hi, I'm Sophia. I'm on the women's cross country and track teams here at UP. I'm a biology major with math and Spanish minors, and I am originally from Davis, California. It went by so fast. We were actually talking about this at the dinner table the other day, where it feels like a long time when I was a freshman here. It feels like it was ages ago, but at the same time, it feels like it was yesterday. This weird dichotomy of, oh my gosh, I'm already done, and what am I gonna do next? I can't give Coach Ian enough credit for just sticking through it the whole time. He's never well, why aren't you, where you were before, or, this is not you're so far off from your PRs. I never felt discouraged, and was always just take what you can get each day and do your best on that day, and eventually it will lead to improvement. And it did. Eventually it did. I was able to be in the top 7 my junior year when we went to regionals, and then my senior year, through COVID, thinking we weren't gonna have a cross season at all, to then getting to have one in the spring and making nationals. That was really special. It would have been special any year, but to have it this year I think was just a really cool moment. I did do the things that I really enjoyed, and so I did enjoy school. I took some really cool classes from some really cool professors, and that's one of the, I think, beautiful things about UP being so small, is the connections that you can form. And it's always stuck with me when a professor will email me after a race or after, our nationals. I had a couple professors email me and be wow, that's so cool, and congrats on your award. And so that's something that you wouldn't get at a big school. I was interested in SAC my freshman year and decided to become a rep. And then I ran for vice president and then finally president this year. And I think it's a super cool platform that student athletes have, because you get to advocate for student athlete welfare, you get to promote the student athlete voice, working with administration to identify okay, here's some areas where we can work to solve this issue, and then to actually see that happen. One of the big areas of focus this year was the diversity, equity, and inclusion. And so you could see it in the shirts that we have this year. I'm not wearing mine, but a lot of teams are wearing them for competitions or when we traveled. And yeah, that's a cool step. It's not the only thing you can do, obviously. And so we were leading Pilots Talk as a safe space where student athletes could come and discuss these issues and learn from each other and learn from different perspectives, especially perspectives from BIPOC people. This is a predominantly white school, but it was, I think, a really cool learning experience to have other voices in those meetings, and I think that was fun to have go throughout the whole year, and I hope that it continues next year. You can talk about other issues too. In a sport, I think some of the most memorable moments are when you perform well, but at the same time, I think some of the moments I remember most from my career at UP are van rides, when we're driving to workouts, where we're driving to the forest and we're just blasting music, and the coaches are laughing at us for singing along. But it's just those moments I think are just as important as that meet, going to nationals and placing 22nd as a team. And so I think it's that whole community of all of our brunches, our bracket challenges that we would do. Cross country mentally, just to run all the time, you really need your teammates, because it's so boring to run alone, and at least during a workout you're hurting, you're struggling, but everyone else is there struggling with you. So it's a really a camaraderie that comes from running with all of these other people, and to know that you're in it. You're all in it to do the best you can for the team. I'd love to go to medical school. That's my dream, to become kind of an ER or trauma surgeon. That's still up in the air, but I think my experience at UP has prepared me well for whatever it ends up being.